Second down incompletion. They'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They're going with Lindsey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work, and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Cousins now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Johnson, the intended target, stepping aside from this game for a second. How about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you've got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's a special one, isn't he?
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks too.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this time Locke will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They look to throw. It's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Locke now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Go.
55, my guy, 55.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Cousins. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 12 yards there and a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3. Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Here we go, T. Here I come.
Ready?
Rock now on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To throw it is Locke. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 25. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Good route there. Hey, shoot.
Watch his flag.
45.
Now Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins, and Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Vikings 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lock going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll go option. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Broncos send out their punter. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
At the Broncos' 24-yard line.
To hard. 180.
45. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, son.
One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. That's fielded in the end zone. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Play action now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 70 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
You don't want this.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Eric Kendricks in on the... Tackle.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Get it.
They'll run here with Lindsay. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
60 Pittsburgh.
That's the way. Slam, slam, slam.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Matchbox lights. Ready?
Throwing his lock on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Steamer. Go ahead.
Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 49 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Broncos nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Lindsey. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and inches. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Down. 8 read. Hey, Sam off. Down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Set, ready? 30 base.
54 Mike. 65, 65.
Blue draw Corker. 2.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Hey, Delta.
You don't want none.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Lock is going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 53 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Double time, double time. 4 down, check.
2.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins now looking left sideline. It's complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I know, easy. 80 weapons.
Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a run with Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run. Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down and 4, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. On the carry, it's Cook. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, a run with Lindsey. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Got it. 54, right there.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Hey, Alpha.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now this time, Locke will throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Locke now, 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64, weak.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
We go. 90 Wolf. You must be dreaming.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw again on second down. Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing now is Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Locke now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Again, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Go.
Mike 40. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Check. Fresno. Wide. Get wide.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a carry for Lindsey. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Five. Get it.
To throw it is Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, 32 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but... And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Wait, touch.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook down right around the 25. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run it again with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. A give. This is Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Wolfe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now Cousins on fourth down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
2 times.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anderson Dejo, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home.
Yeah.